Hello everybody and welcome. I'm fighting crypto, commuting crypto again, this time in the morning. So if I'm a little bit more sporadic than normal, I apologize. Coffee's starting to kick in, so I think we should be good. So it's been about a month since I've talked about my DEX pick for this BullRun, Hashflow HFT. So I just want to give a few updates, reiterate a little bit about it. But before I get into there, thank you all for being here today. If this is your first time, major hello and welcome to you guys. If you've been here before, really just as large of a hello and welcome to you guys too. In either case, if you haven't before, please subscribe. It really does help out a small channel like myself. Feel free to press the like button if you enjoy any of this. Tell me anything that you do or don't like in the comments below. Ring the little ding things to get notified when I have more things to talk about. And I appreciate all of that. Let's move forward. So what is Hashflow HFT other than my DEX pick? Well, if you don't know what a DEX is, it's a decentralized exchange. In short, we have these layer ones, right? The large first tier crypto. We're talking technically Bitcoin, but more so Ethereum, Solana, HBAR, Avalanche. And then we have these exchanges, which these are where we can help buy, sell, lend, and trade, intermingling all of those together. So I really do believe that you should have a variety of narratives in your portfolio. And I think you should have a hedge or a layer one. Mine in this case is HBAR, and I guess technically you can put quant in that category too. And I think DEXs are good because they open you into the layer ones without buying the layer ones itself. What I mean is that when Avalanche and Solana, Avalanche specifically in the case of Hashflow, get used and go up in price action, Hashflow will follow behind it. And when I've looked previously at specifically the yearly chart, Hashflow and Avalanche go right together. So usually Hashflow is about 2 to 3 days behind Avalanche. So I have used that as a little bit of a signal for me personally as buying opportunities. When I see Avalanche go down a little bit, I keep an eye on Hashflow because typically it goes down a little bit afterwards. And kind of the same thing when I've done this once when I saw Avalanche go up, have a good boost. I went ahead and I DCA'd, bought a little bit more Hashflow, presuming that that was going to go up the next 2 or 3 days as well. And the one time I did, it worked out pretty well for me. That's when we had a pretty big jump from, I don't think it completely doubled. I think it went from about 14 or 15 cents up to like 2021 in a short period. But since my last video, Hashflow has doubled from about 14 cents. Right now it's sitting around 30 cents. Market cap of about 145 million, which means there's still a lot of room to grow. It's grown a little bit. I still think it's a great entry point for it. I will personally DCA if it drops a couple more cents. Or if I see Avalanche boost in a short period, I'll also DCA, add a little bit more to my bag of Hashflow as well. Again, this is my pick for a DEX. I also liked Pangolin PNG. I have not bought that one, but if you're looking for another direction, look into that one too. These are both pretty good plays in my opinion. So again, I still think that Hashflow can get up to, in the bearish idea, about $2.25 to $3, and more of a, what people tell me is realistic or bullish, could definitely get to the $3 to $5 mark. I will, by the way, when I say all-time highs of where I think it's going to get, in this case, I am talking about like the candle wick where it touches and then likely comes back down. So I don't recommend waiting to sell at whatever you think is going to be the high. Whether you agree with me on it being a number of 225 to 5, think it's going to be lower, going to be higher. Not financial advice, never is. But I don't wait to get to there. Make sure that you're at least out of some of your position, take some profits, protect yourself. So a little bit more with it. It has had a recent high of about $1.16. By recent, I mean in the last year and a half or so. So I'm confident it's going to blast through that. We're now entering the main altcoin season. It's just waiting to see what narratives hit next. The team has been pretty active on social media. I repost a lot of their stuff. So by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, hop in there. It's Fighting Crypto. I will probably have a link in the details below about it. and I'll repost a lot of stuff that I see. And regardless, I do encourage the coins that you own, follow those companies and the founders or co-owners of those companies on Twitter. They're great resources for finding new information or updated information. Or sometimes, like, you see a little bit of news from someone that gives you, oh, I should dive into this a little bit more, get some info on it. So that's really the short of it with Hashflow right now. Like, I'm not gonna make this a long video, but I just want to make sure you guys, hey, remember, hey, this one's still a good, viable option for this bull market. It's not too, if you haven't gotten into crypto yet, it's not too late, but it's getting later, and the expectations of what you can realistically profit, in my opinion, is narrowing every couple of weeks. So don't hesitate, but do your own research on any coin that you end up getting into. So if you guys have been here for a little bit, or it's your first time, have you already been in a Hashflow HFT? Like, is this one that you've already bought? Is it on your radar? Is there a competitor that you like? Because if so, please comment below what that competitor is, because I'm also always looking, specifically after I hit a sell limit. And I sell some of a crypto for profits. I like compounding my gains, putting it into another one. Like I've recently done with HBAR, though I got a little bit of flack for it. Worked out well for me. I'm not upset. I made about a 5x on it, removed some, took my investment, and I put the profits into another crypto, which has already given me about a 15% jump in a week. Like, I was happy with it, and I would love to do it again. But I need to see Hashflow go up a little bit more before I can do it on this one. So my first sell limit, because if someone has asked me where I'm selling my coins at, I don't remember my first one. So I have multiple limits for every coin. For Hashflow, I know my first one was under the dollar mark. I want to say it was around 85 cents. Don't hold me to it, but I think it was around the 85 cent marker, give or take a couple. It's where I'm very confident it's going to get. I think it's a safe range to pull out about 20% of my coins, take profit. And at that point, I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll see what the market looks like, and if there's any, what I think are good moves for me to compound my gains and put it back into. That's really kind of the most of it, I guess. So when I get more updates, which there probably won't be too many updates on Hashflow because it's already a solid project in a coin. And they're a decentralized exchange, so the biggest updates they could end up having is that they could get connected to either more wallets, which last I checked, they're connected to over 650 million wallets, which is phenomenal. It means it's being used routinely. It's on every major exchange, which is a big deal to me because it means that people can find it. You can't buy a coin if you've never heard of it and if you don't know where the heck to get it. And this one's on Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, essentially all of them, which again I love to see, because right now as Coinbase is getting more popular, people are re-downloading the app, they're using it again. It's right there and people are going to see it, and the name helps to an extent for those who are already into crypto. What I mean by that is Hashflow. If you're familiar with HBAR, yes, I talk about that one. It's known as, they run on what they call their hash graph. It has nothing to do with Hashflow. These are two completely separate projects. Even though their ticker symbol, their logo is very similar, it probably works in their favor. I mean, it's actually how I paid attention to it in the first place. Is I saw Hashflow and I thought, oh, does this have anything to do with Hedera? And I looked into it and it was a big fat no, but I mean, it worked on me. They got my attention from the name and the nearly identical logo. So again, small little subliminal tricks, they work. And those are things that I look for my shorter term investments, meaning for the next 6 to 12 months, whatever you believe this bull run's going to be. I look for those kind of things because it matters, because it brings in attention and emotion. Because crypto, like the stock market to a higher extent, for sure, is an emotionally driven market, meaning coins will go up just because people buy it. Duh, but what gets people to buy it? When they hear news, when they think something about it. So you have when you hear something like, oh, Hashflow, wonder if that has something to do with H-bar that just increased by whatever 350% in the month. Let's dig into it. Now we're researching it from something that was really illogical, but it works. So again, let me know what you guys think about Hashflow or any of the other DEXs in general, or if you've been in Hashflow, if you've been happy with the progress that it's made. Has there been another coin that you're like, I think I'm going to jump out of Hashflow because this one's going? Tell me what it is. I do read your comments. I respond to, I think, all of them, even in times that I probably shouldn't. It's fun. So again, I love to hear from you guys. Thank you once again. If you've made it this far and haven't yet, click the subscribe button, ring the ding thing, the like, all that wonderful stuff. It makes me smile. And hopefully I do the same for you guys. You'll hear from me again soon. I'll put out a few videos shortly. I haven't talked too much about render or quant in a while. Those are ones that I do jump into. So expect to see a little bit of videos on those soon, because there's definitely some updates on that. And for those who have seen me and been with me for a little while, I have we'll call it an experiment portfolio. It was for a friend who asked me if it's too late to get into crypto. I kind of said no, but let's talk. And so putting $1,000 into crypto I didn't already own, but I believe in, and I do think are great projects. And the goal is to try to see if I can help them 5x on average. That was the deal. I'm going to go for more, but minimum, have to 5x to get into a 10x anyway, right? And I'm going to give monthly updates on that, or I'll update when there's something big, like if the coins jump. So I guess full transparency. One, if I can find a way, I'll link the video in here, or if I remember, I'll put it into the details description below. But in that experimental portfolio, game portfolio, whatever you want to call it, I have Aerodrome, I have Illuvium, and Moonwell. And I'll talk less about those, but if you're curious or if you're in them, tell me below and I will do more videos about it. I got no problems talking about some things that you guys want. So again, I've now rambled a couple minutes past what I thought. That will happen a lot, by the way. So everyone have a beautiful day, week, month, year, beyond. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.